Cody, and today we're going to be walking through the combination safe from Australian Geographic's Eco Workshop range. So here's the safe here. As you can see, I can twist this to on and it'll open up the safe. This is the inner workings here, and then you can also change and lock with a password. So I'll be showing you how to build this and how it all works. First of all, let's have a look at the inside of the packaging. So this is what will be included. So if we open this up, we've got the tools and accessories here with all the screws we'll need, a screwdriver, and the hinges to the safe door. Next up, we've got the Eco Workshop combination safe. And these will be the instructions you'll be provided. So I'll basically be covering this in a nice and easy to listen to video. And then this is all the wood that we'll have. Alright, so let's get right into it. So guys, let's get started on the first steps. So first of all, we've been provided with all of these. And on the first step of the instructions, we'll be needing these two pieces. So let's just pop these all out first. And we'll put these two to the side. We will need to line these up here. Once they're all nice and tight together, I'll start to unscrew them again. Just to get that space and make sure it's all good. Now just following, so we want to see this arrow here, and we want to put this not in the one where the arrow is, but just down here at this bottom part. Then what we're going to want to do is flip it over, and there should be this gear right here. We want to put it to fit those. See that? We've got the screws there, flip it over, and then we can screw it in. Alright, that looks like it's working perfectly. Cool. Alright, so I just put it through. Now we're going to just chuck this one on here. Get that through there. And then we've got the final small one over here. Chuck that on top. And then we're just going to screw all the way through. Just give it some more space. We can chuck that through here. Just like that, and then we've got to put this guy right here. Now this is going to be our lock. Awesome, and that should be done for that part there. Awesome. Alright guys, so now that we've got this piece here, essentially what you can do, this piece around to change the code on this. So it can either be, for this instance, it could be about 1.5, or you could swap it around and do it for around 5. Alright, so now what we've got to do is we've got to put on and start setting up this lock here. Start working out the gears. How do we keep this up there? Is by attaching this first. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab a few screws. So you just push these in and then screw it just to get that extra tightness. The screws seem a bit short, but they work. Alright, that's pretty good. So now what we need to do is we need to just chuck this guy in here. And essentially how it works right here is as you push it in, you've got to keep that open there. And then push it in, and then that acts kind of like a guard to make sure that it's flat. So I'm just going to remove this little piece of cardboard here that's popping out. Nice and snug. See how that fits behind it? So it's nowhere near hitting over edge. Alright, so I've just finished the hinges. Now I just need to attach it to the frame. Awesome. Now that this is done, now we can put it to the side, and now we need to start building the box. Itself quite firmly together. However, if you want to keep them all in permanently, we will be using the screws. Awesome, so I just got this done. So now we've got to check on the door. Okay, so now I've been stuck with a situation where what I'm going to need to do is at least flip this pane over. So I'll be right back when I get that done. Okay guys, now that I've just swapped this over, so we've got this one here for the hinges. Just like that. Now what we can do is go back to the door here and attach these here. This will allow for the door to be opened forward but not go inwards, because this will be inhibiting its access. Now we've just finished this thing. Look at that. So now we're going to work on the mechanism. So we're going to need to remember our code, which is this dial here. And if we look at the back here, this is how it works. So it needs to be extremely precise to keep this here. Otherwise, this, when you move it, won't go back enough, and it sometimes can get caught up on here. And now we can move this forward, turn it all around. Oh hell no. Alright guys, so what I'm doing now is I'm actually putting in the spare long screw so I can get enough length this here. Awesome. You can close it now. Put it back shut. That definitely won't be moving. And then we can move the dial around. And that's how we keep this thing locked. Now guys, I'm just going to be putting these screws back in. So I'll just quickly do this and then we should be done. Awesome. And now with 2 spare screws, we can put those away and we're all done. Look at this thing. Now, let's see if we can get this thing open. Alright, so it should just be around there. Awesome. Now I've got that open and I can put anything I like in it.